An interview with the supervisor and administrative assistant for the City of Champaign Township. General assistance and the November ballot township referendum, October 13th, 2008.
My name is Linda Abernathy, and I am the current City of Champaign Township supervisor.
And I'm Deanne Winston. I'm Linda's assistant and also the township accountant.
What is a township and what does it do?
Yeah, the City of Champaign Township is one of 20 coterminous townships around the state of Illinois. And townships are basically responsible to fund general assistance and to do property assessment in those towns.
Illinois counties are divided up into more than 1,400 townships. Some larger cities choose to establish coterminous townships coinciding with their border.
Covers the same geographical area, and the board that governs the City of Champaign Township is the same as the city council in Champaign.
The township supervisor is elected by the people of Champaign.
It's an elected position every 4 years. I was elected in 2005, and elected as the supervisor, elected to oversee specifically the general assistance piece of the township's mandate.
What is the township referendum about?
Well, the referendum itself definitely will be on the ballot in November, and we'll ask the voters specifically to vote in increasing the township's tax rate by 2 cents per $100.
This increase is for 0.022 cents per $100 of assessed value of one's home. Assessed value is essentially 1/3 of a home's market value.
And that will essentially give the township a 1-year break with the tax caps, and will allow the township then to levy an additional 2 cents, which brings the tax rate up to about 5.5%. Right now it's 3.57%.
What is general assistance?
The basic premise is that general assistance is given to, it's a program that allows individuals who are experiencing crises, who are not eligible for any other categorical program, meaning public aid, Social Security, and that their income level is really 50% below the federal guidelines of poverty. Those individuals then can come into the township and apply for general assistance.
Is general assistance the last safety net for the poorest citizens in Champaign?
It really is a good description of it, because if you are making 50% below, and some even more than that, the federal poverty guideline says that an individual at the federal guidelines to be determined to be living in poverty is $10,400 a year, and that's for one person. And so when an individual comes into the township, their monthly income their yearly income cannot be more than roughly $2,500 to $3,000 a year. So that puts them even more than 50% below the poverty guidelines. And we also live in a county, in Champaign County, where we have one of the higher levels of cost of living in this town. So I think that to say that these are individuals who are the poorest of the poor is really hitting it right on the nail.
Can you describe a typical general assistance client?
All of our clients are either homeless or near homeless. All of them are at risk. Currently, because we are using the more minimized program of general assistance, which is transitional assistance, none of them can be able able-bodied so that they are unable to work?
A lot of the clients that come to the township, they either are dealing with physical or mental disabilities, and they are not able to receive any assistance from any other program like public aid or Social Security. They have a pending Social Security case going on, and so they come to our office and we assist them with some of their basic medical needs, and also have a small stipend for them until they are approved for Social Security disability or Social Security supplement assistance.
Do you currently have to turn down clients for general assistance?
Well, prior to February of 2007, when we terminated over 60 clients from general assistance roles, we had about 130 clients receiving general assistance. And so it would be my guess, given the current state of the economy, that we would be looking at least 130 plus clients. And so on a daily basis, we are getting calls from individuals who are in need of some form of assistance, and for the most part, we're turning them away.
And it is our job to be there for people when they have no other place to go. Unfortunately, we don't have the tools needed in order to make that possible, and that 2 cents will allow us to have the tools we need in order to serve the community.
Did you say you had to cut half of all general assistance clients from the program last year?
We absolutely did. And because, well, first of all, not only did we cut them, and after we cut them, we reduced the monthly grant down to $100 a month because the funding level at the township has diminished.
Do similar surrounding townships fund general assistance any better than Champaign?
Well, I would say, if I were really answering that honestly, I think that City of Champaign Township, which is the largest township in our county, and when I compare it to other like townships, even our neighboring township, Cunningham Township, which is half the size of the City of Champaign, we don't even compare. Our rate for City of Champaign, which is 3.57% for the entire township budget, is less than half, I believe, of Cunningham Township. And I do know that their budget for GA is, I believe, 3 times what we are spending at City of Champaign. Our funding level is way below what even some smaller townships are doing.
There are 4 other coterminous townships in a 100-mile radius of Champaign: Urbana, Springfield, Bloomington, and Peoria. All 4 townships raise many times the funds that Champaign does for general assistance. Urbana raises about 730% more than Champaign to fund general assistance per individual in extreme poverty, according to 2000 U.S. Census data. Peoria raises about 1,280% more than Champaign, Springfield 1,740% more, Bloomington 1,870% more, per individual in extreme poverty, according to 2007 U.S. Census data. This chart summarizes the general assistance funds raised through property taxes for Champaign on the far right, compared with all 4 surrounding coterminous townships. The measure is the dollars raised per resident in extreme poverty, meaning those who live at half the poverty line or less.